hiding behind all of the junk tonight. Okay, so I know I said last week on the haul, I was gonna not go shopping, right? I was gonna take a little break from thrifting for the week. Well, I had to go get boxes. I had to go get boxes anyway, so I might have done just a little bit of shopping. But I stuck true to my goals, and I also went through some of my own personal decor, and I've got some of that here as well. So in front of me, a little bit of a thrift haul, a little bit of decluttering my own personal decor because my house is way smaller now. So everything you see in front of me is actually already listed up on my site, upcycledbybrie.com. I've dropped that down in the description box below and in the live chat, and I've got Jasmine on tonight. Oh, people are shopping already. I've got Jasmine on tonight. She's going to moderate, so she's going to drop some links for us. If you see something you love, go ahead, hop over to the website now and buy it. Don't just stick it in your cart because people are already shopping. Things go fast, and then come back and hang out when you're done. If you place multiple orders within 24 hours, I'll combine them down as much as I can and refund any extra shipping cost. Whew. So welcome. I hope everybody had a good week. I'm going to pull up comments here. I had a long week. It was a very long week. I'm glad it's Friday, and I'm glad to be hanging out with y'all. Ooh, Robin hit the first thumbs up. Thank you, Robin. If y'all wouldn't mind, I would sure appreciate it. And I have some announcements. Excuse me. I have some announcements tonight, too. So I'm going to wait till a few more people hop on later. We'll look at some junk. Don't let me forget. All right, Jasmine just dropped the haul again for us. Okay, let's start with a few of my personal things. So I've been cleaning the crap out of my house since January. Decluttering, I'm deep cleaning. I pulled out a spring tote. I only had a little bit of spring decor, a couple of totes, and I decided this year I'm going to go ahead and part with some of my blue decor. Just not fitting in with my vibes anymore, but I know there are some blue decor lovers, so I decided to list it. First up, I went ahead and listed this paper mache bunny. I have had it for a couple of years, love paper mache critters, but I don't have a lot of room, so it's time to just move some things along so I can bring in the new things. You see me struggling, but it's okay. It's the circle of junk. The paper mache bunny is $14.95. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it originally. Like I said, I've had some of these things for a bit. I'm gonna put another book stack up for grabs. This is the blue and gray book stack. And I love this beautiful, bright, vintage blue. And look at the spine on that one. To die for. Also, some great texture on this book as well. So when I'm doing book stacks, I might put the pages out on one. I'll stack the next one with the spine out. Kind of layer them like this, and it really adds a lot of texture into your book stacks. This is the blue and gray book stack. It is $19.95. Jasmine's going to try to keep up dropping links. I was like, girl, I go fast. So, you know, do what you can. But if you miss one or two, that's okay. Hey, Sue, how are you? Sue, let's see. Another one here for you. I found this at the, I went to the Giving Tree. I had to get boxes. So I went to the Giving Tree, found another crock. This one is a little different. More of like a cookie jar, jug almost. I'm sure it had a lid at some point. Lid is long gone. And so is most of the paint. But look at the little remnants of chippy paint left on that. And then that beautiful, beautiful crazing. Just gorgeous. I picked this one up as well for $5.95. This one's listed at $54.95. Not quite as much as the last one. It's a little bit smaller. Heidi said, is this a live auction? Hey, Heidi, welcome. So I'm showing all of the junk live so we can chit chat and hang out. But all of these items are actually listed on my website, upcycledbybrie.com. Jasmine has been dropping the collections and the stuff here in the comments. So you can hop on over to the website and it's super easy to check out. You don't have to bid on anything. But things go fast. So if you see something you love, you might want to go shop and then come back and hang out. So loving the Crocs. I've been trying to put things out into the universe. Like y'all have been wanting me to find certain things, and it's been working, and it's very, very exciting. A little bit of more blue decor coming from my personal collection. We have got one blue enamel plate, and there are 2 cups. These are sold individually. Everything is $6.95 here. No worries, Heidi. I'm glad you asked. Everybody does their live sales a little bit different, don't they? I thought this one would be really cute if you paired a cup and a plate together. Maybe fill it with like some pea gravel and like little faux succulents and some big flowy floral coming out of the top. But I also love to stack plates like this on a shelf, like in a kitchen vignette, to add some fun shapes. So blue enamelware, always great for spring decor. This little guy's from my personal collection. I had succulents living in him. He is vintage. He's got some dings. Not perfect anymore, but I think that adds to the character, of course. $12.95 on the little vintage duck planter. Would you like to say hello? Okay. Brandy said much more chill than an auction. Yeah, you know, speaking of auctions, I want to go to an actual live auction this summer, but I'm like intimidated. I'm going to take a friend. Teresa's here tonight. Oh, Teresa sent me pictures. She bought a couple of those metal industrial drawers, and she is storing her IOD transfers and stuff in them. They fit perfectly. There's still 4 up on my website. So if y'all are needing a place to store your like 12 by 12 transfers and what else? Molds and stuff I think are that size. Those are perfect, and they were cute. All right, I was not looking at Christmas stuff. I was totally looking. Giving Tree has like the tiniest little section of Christmas left, all 80% off, whatever. I was just browsing. I didn't buy, oh, I did. Okay, so I did buy, I found 3 more brass trumpets. I went ahead and picked them up. I found some of these last week and they had sold out. But I just put these little 3 as a set at $3.95. That was the only Christmas thing I bought. I'm done. But I'm glad I looked, and this is what I'm trying to, my point I'm trying to make. Always check around the thrift store, even if you don't think it's a section you want to look in, because this vintage knife block was in the Christmas section. It hangs on the wall. It has space for 5 knives. Now, it's definitely seen better days, but you know, definitely like spray a little hot sudsy soapy water down there. Double check to make sure this isn't lead paint too. I would just use it for decor. But how stinking cute is this? I paid $2.95. It is up at $14.95. It still has some of the advertising on the back. And I figured this would trigger a little memory for somebody, so I had to get it. Hey, Shelly, how are you? All right. I'm glad you're on tonight. Yep, Jessica, you did spell Elena right. Good job. Not everybody can get that one. She got sent home from school again yesterday. So she was home with me today. I think the school nurse is super nice. I'm like, quit sending my kid home. These topiaries, I originally bought these. I think they were like Dollar General. Pretty sure they were Dollar General, and they were in just like galvanized little tins. I painted them up with the baking soda method, and I believe this is faded burlap, and then did some like crockery lines on them. So I did these last year, maybe 2 years ago, but I'm selling the set at $16.95, and I love the little lamb's ear in them as well. These will look so good on either side of a mantle, on a dining room table display. My words aren't working tonight. Like I said, it's been a long week. A dining room table display, put like a big wooden dough bowl in the middle of this with some flowers. I love these. Brandy says her kid's school nurse is mean. It's her. She homeschools. I bet she's a stickler. Oh. Oh, this is cute. This is a Louisville stoneware made in Kentucky jasmine bowl, and it's got the little bird in it. When I bought this, I think it was a couple of years ago, I got a couple of comments on this. People were eyeballing it. So I don't know. I didn't look it up. I don't know if it was a whole set or what, but I can't pass up anything with a bird. So I had thrifted this. It's up at $12.95 since it's just a single. But how cute is that? Does anybody know anything about this particular set or design? Drop a comment. I love, like, you can see a little hand with a pin there on the stamp. I almost love the stamp as much as the design on the front. What's everybody up to this weekend? We're supposed to get a dusting of snow in the morning and like flurries all day. I'm not excited. I found a couple of really great book stacks this time at Giving Tree. This is one I have listed up. The other one is, there are 3 black books, and I actually have them in my kitchen decor. Now, this thrift haul I put into a short little like 8-minute edited video, and I put that up on my lifestyle channel today. I have got to start uploading to that second channel more. If you didn't know I have a second channel, I do. And I haven't uploaded for a while, but I uploaded today. It's down in the description box, and maybe Jasmine can drop the link to that channel as well. But I put like an 8-minute shopping video up, and I showed also how I styled the things I kept. So if you want to see what I kept from this haul and what I did with them, you'll have to go watch that video. But these are the books I listed up. Beautiful, beautiful spring colors, and these could transition right into fall. You've got that gorgeous mustardy yellow, a couple of great greens. I liked the tiny little pop of red, and again, really good pages as well. Ooh, Brandy's buying another goat. Maybe another goat. I love that. How many animals do you have, girl? I can't remember. Heidi wants a goat. Did I say how much the book stack is? I think I forgot. I got too excited. $12.95 on the set of 3. And I do believe they're like $1.50 or $1.75. I'm going to turn this ring light down just a little. It's slightly aggressive. That's better. All right, another planter. This is a vintage bunny planter. Look at the beautiful chippy paint out of the ears. This is one, also came from my collection. I've had it for a little while. I'm downsizing my bunnies this year a little bit. I love bunnies so much. I picked up some new ones this year. 1, 2, I'm looking at them right now. 1, 2, 3 new ones. I'm getting rid of a few, so that way I'm not a hoarder. But this has some gorgeous crazy, and I'm not sure if you can see it exactly on the screen. I'll try one more time. The whole thing is just beautifully, beautifully crazed. I don't know if that's the right word. $12.95 on the vintage bunny planter. So many goodies. I know, Kim. I said I wasn't going to shop, but I did. I did shop. Can y'all see my table? Let me bring this up a little bit. I'll stand for a second. Let's look at some animals, because the critters always are popular. We've got a cat. This is a glass cat. I ran my fingers along all the edges. I don't feel any big chips or there's no cracks. One thing I did notice, you can see kind of the seam running down the back of it, but it doesn't look bad. I can tell it's not crystal or anything though because of that seam. I paid $3.95 for this, and it's up at $13.95. Let's see. Oh, hummingbirds. I've got a soft spot for hummingbirds. My grandma really, really loved them. And then when she passed away, my mom kind of picked the whole thing up. I've got so many hummingbirds. Hey, Tracy. I've got so many hummingbirds. I don't keep them all, but I can't pass them up, especially at 50 cents. Both of these will hang. I love to put these little glass type of critters hanging up in my windows. So that way when the sunlight comes in, and then this one has little crystals in it, so it would probably make some pretty rainbows on your wall. But drop me a comment. Let me know if y'all love to put things in your windowsills. I have all of my little succulents and tiny little ceramic critters up in my window, and then a ton of crystals. Almost missed my chair. Let's not do that. I'm trying to get this out of your line of vision. Yeah, whatever. It's better. Okay, I found a whisk. I always pick up wooden spoons, but I never find good whisks with patina. This one definitely has some good rust patina. So decor only, but it would look really cute hanging from a little shelf or sticking out of a little crock in a vignette. It's up at $4.95. Terry doesn't have a windowsill. I understand. Not everybody does. I've gotten pretty lucky with a lot of my cute little places and having a windowsill. Now, it's a pain in the butt to put my blinds down at night. I have to like pull the blinds out and pull them down so I don't hit my plants, but Joni does love hanging things. Keep an eye out for cardinals. They're your current obsession. Yes, ma'am, Joni. Anytime I find a cardinal, I grab it. So don't you worry. Let's put some cardinals up into the universe. Yep. Brandy likes shiny things in windows. She was a raccoon in her past life. But with so many little fingers, they were going to stay put. That's understandable. There will be other seasons in life for you to hoard all the little tiny things. I found another flower frog, a glass vintage one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 holes on this one. Paid $2.95. It's up at $12.95. Terry said the lavender in the basket is adorable. Let's look at this. So I found 2 of these hanging baskets. They are listed up individually. I have them read descriptions. So anytime I'm going to upcycle or flip something and I don't have time before my live hauls, I go ahead and list them and I put read description by the listing. So make sure you check down the description box. I'm going to add a piece of drop cloth stencil to the front of these, and then they'll each get some of this beautiful lavender. And I do believe this was Walmart last year, because Walmart had like that big puffy lavender for a while, and then I think they came out with this, and it's pretty. It looks so real. So these baskets will be $19.95 each. I paid $3.95 for them. I'll do a little stenciled drop cloth piece on the front. I'll do that on an edited video this week. Stenciled or decoupage or something. We'll do something fun. Something different. So yeah, I thought those would be gorgeous for spring. And of course, I'm not gonna, I won't like glue them in or anything. So then if you wanna like hang them by the front door and put mail in them or something else. Brandy says she needs to grow lavender this year. I'm going to attempt to as well. I have never had luck getting it to bloom. I've got it to grow. I can never get it to bloom. But I want to try a garden. This house I'm living in is down by the river. So the soil, I've heard from the neighbors, is amazing, easy to dig in, and apparently is like full of nutrients. So we're going to try a good garden this year. And in fact, I need to start some seedlings. Not yet, obviously, but it's going to be here before we know it. Vintage mallet, wooden mallet. It's got some great chippiness to it. Flat on one side and scalloped on the other. So it's got some great texture to add to your vignettes, or I'm sure if you want to still use this, I don't think that's going to fly off. You totally could. $8.95 on the mallets. All right, what else? Oh, let's look at these guys. Oh, nice, Brandy. I'm excited for you. How's moving, how's packing and everything going? The Vintage Bears, they're Homeco, a set of 3. They were listed individually, but only 95 cents each. And so I went ahead and listed them up as a set. Of course, they go together, and they are $14.95. How many people love teddy bears? Or like, I guess these aren't really teddy bears, but how many people love bears? I don't find a lot of bears that I like, so I don't usually pick up a lot, but let me know. Let me know. All right, let's see. Jasmine just dropped the link for the creative group on Facebook. So if y'all want to share gardening tips or your projects or how you style my finds and flips that you buy from me, anything like that. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to share your stuff, it's a great community. Be sure to check that out. For sure. Jazz, did you have a chance to drop my second channel? Yep, I see that up there too. Okay. And then I'm going to show a few more things, and then I'm going to make my announcement. I have about 30 people on. I didn't announce this live very early, so I probably won't have a ton on tonight. I found 2 sun tea containers. How cute are these? In fact, usually when I find them, they have like a screw-on lid and like the little dispenser, but these are full-on sealing jars. They've still got their good seals on them. They still keep a good seal. Totally usable. And I love the colors. This one was $2.95. It's up at $18.95. They're going to be a little tricky to ship, but I can do it. And this one was $4.95, and I have it listed at $24.95. We've got 3 liters here and 1.5 liters. And I know I have got some tea lovers. Jasmine is one of them. Jasmine, do you make your own sun tea? I like tea. I like sun tea in the summer, but I am more of a coffee drinker. I've got a giraffe. Shelly, wasn't it you that said giraffes are your favorite? I pulled this one out of my personal stash. Again, I was kind of cleaning, decluttering, cleaning up my little crystal area. I've got a ton of brass animals. I like this giraffe. It's got great detail on it. But giraffes aren't my favorite, so I thought I would pass it on. It's $14.95. Okay, Jasmine makes her own tea. What's next? Okay, these sold very quick. First thing to sell tonight. Marty grabbed up these bunnies. I thrifted these bunnies last year and y'all went nuts over them. And I wasn't ready to sell them. I kept them, excuse me. Oh, something is dusty. I kept them for a year, styled them up, loved them. But it's time to pass them on. I just don't have enough room. They were made by SJ in April of '82. Set of 3 and they went for $39.95. Announcement. My anxiety just perked up. All right, Jessica, let's do it. Let's just talk about it real quick. No, not yet. Sorry. Let me show a few more things. Otherwise, I'm going to get sidetracked. Talk about it, perking up your anxiety. My bad, girl. All right, I bought this basket. It was $5.95. It was a little bit much. Giving Tree is going up a little bit on prices, especially with their baskets, which makes me sad. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous cottage basket. These always sell well for me, and I just loved the weathered wicker of it, so I couldn't pass it up. Listed up at $22.95. I just stuck the lavender in this one to show you how pretty it is. It's not for sale with this one. But I love those baskets, and if that one doesn't sell, I'm going to keep it and hang it from my shelves in the kitchen. Okay, drop me a comment and let me know if you know what these are. There are 4 of them. I have them listed up individually at $8.95 each as brass salvage, but they would make some really fun DIY projects. I'm thinking they probably came like this off of some candelabras. Ooh, that one's a little wonky. I'll have to fix that. But they have a hole right in the middle of them. So how cute would this be, like up on top of a wood pillar? You can make your own little DIY project. They also unscrew, so then you could also use the brass pieces for something else. I don't know. I grabbed them. I'm a sucker for brass. And if they don't sell, I will think of something clever for them. They also sit like this, kind of on their own. So I don't know. I thought they were just really cool. Yeah, Kim thinks they came from a candelabra too. I think so as well. We'll upcycle them, or somebody will, into something fun. Another pair of candlesticks. These are made in Japan. I have them up at $16.95 for this set of 3, and I didn't notice until I got home. Thanks, Jasmine. Jasmine's gonna hop off and go finish up her Alfredo. I appreciate you. I can handle the rest of this, girly, but I appreciate it so much. I didn't notice till I got home. One of them's missing the little candle cups, so that's kind of frustrating. So I didn't list them for very much. And I threw this little guy in too. $16.95 on the set. But if you are wanting to put together a collection of brass candlesticks, these are some really pretty ones with really good detail. Also, though, these also come apart. So in my mind, I'm like, I want to make DIY projects. Like you could take that out and put a beautiful little lavender stem in here. Or something. I don't know. Right? But gosh darn it, I don't have to take apart everything, so we're leaving them as is. I could probably steal one of the candle cups off that brass salvage for that. We'll see what happens. I have a brass duck trinket tray. Love this guy. I've never seen one quite like this. I paid $1 for it. It is up at $12.95. Great for coins and keys, earrings, by the kitchen sink. Ducks always sell well. I have a itty bitty tiny little baby brass swan. This came out of my personal collection. I like the brass animals. Again, swans aren't my #1 favorite animal, and y'all love the swans. So this one is $8.95. Speaking of swan, I put up a short form video this week. It was of painting the duck. I got roasted. in the comment section because apparently it was a swan. I didn't know. I called it a duck like 10 times and kept saying ducklings. But it's sold, so it's fine. This also came from my personal collection. It's a hose reel. I have 2 of them and I've only got 1 hose, just like outlet, whatever it's called, spigot here. So I'm gonna sell 1. This one has a watering can and then just some beautiful like French country scrolly work in the back, and it is up at $39.95. I have no clue. I cannot remember how much I paid for it. So probably like five bucks or so. Found another candle snuffer. Sue thought it was a goose. I don't know. Jasmine looked up the different, she texted me and she's like, how come I just looked up goose, swan, and duck, and I'm still confused? And then her husband said that it was a swan because of some, I don't know. Bird. We'll just start calling them birds. Another candle snuffer. This is the 5th one I found. I love them. $10.95. This is Candle Snuffer F. I like the little twisty handle on this one. It's real quaint. Some kind of fowl. Yes, ma'am. Mini crock. Thrifted this a couple of years ago. The Kakana Club for appetizers, salads, dessert, and etc. It's got an adorable little picture on it. And this would be good with some like little mini spoons or mini whisks. Ryan said it was a goose because swans have something on their heads. Okay. So it was a goose. I called it a duck. It's fine. $10.95 on the little tiny mini crock. Y'all know I love mini things. And also, this would be really cute with some succulents planted in it. Yes, ma'am. Okay. 1, 2, 3, like 6 more things, and then I'll tell you the exciting news, and then we're going to do one little project tonight. This little chippy scoop, little mini scoop I found in the kitchen section. The chippy yellow paint, made in Taiwan. It is up at $3.95. I paid 50 cents. Can't pass up the tiny things. I kept telling myself for a long time I was going to quit buying small things because, of course, you know, the profit margin's not as big, but they're easy to ship. Sometimes people don't have a ton of money to spend or they just need something little for their vignettes. This vintage wine opener is up at $8.95 and it has got gorgeous patina on the handle. This would be a really good one for a vignette. If you were a wine drinker, the little rust coming off of the nail there. Another set of bunnies from my collection. I paid $3 each for these originally. I thrifted them. I'm pretty sure these came from God's Storehouse, if I remember correctly. Sometimes I remember random finds. And I have them up at $24.95. They're like heavy metal. They're not cast iron, but they are a nice thick metal. They're hollow, but they've got a nice felt bottom on them. They're really pretty though. And I decorated with these for a couple of years. And again, I don't really use silver or a lot of galvanized in my decor. So on they go. Another juicer, vintage juicer. This is a nice glass one, no chips or cracks. Came out of my personal collection because I got a new one, and this is $10.95. I also like to put these in my kitchen vignettes just for a nice little piece of glass. But they have fun texture on them for sure. I found this big, beautiful jar at the Avhrit. That's the only place I went this week. I don't know why I keep saying that. But it was only $2.95. It's gorgeous, it's big, and it's got this pretty like farmhouse wooden bottom. And I knew in my stash I had a ton of lemons. So many lemons, it's insane. And I thought this would look gorgeous, filled up with lemons. In fact, it's probably got a couple too many, so you could have a couple extras. But this whole thing put together is $26.95, and then of course take the lemons out and fill it with whatever you want for spring or each season as well. But it's nice thick glass. This shelf was home interiors, so vintage home interiors. I paid about $3 for it a couple of years ago. It's a little dark. The wood is a little dark for what I do now here in this house as far as decor goes. So I'm going to pass it on at $24.95. It's like a fun decor board shape, 2 shelves, and then the little metal brackets. That would look cute in the bathroom with all of your skincare on it or spices in the kitchen. And this was the find of the week. Massive bread box at $5.95. Pretty clean inside. I'm going to do a little bit of sanding and refreshing. Ow, I just pinched myself. Gosh. Do a little bit of sanding and refreshing on it. And I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to paint it up, not tonight, because it's going to be milk paint, and that's a process. But we'll paint it up with food safe milk paint and food safe hemp oil. It will be super pretty. It might do a fancy stencil on it, but I can never pass up a bread box, and I have not found one forever. So I was excited. Can't tell. It's massive too. Look how big this guy is. You could fit like
50 loaves of bread.
Probably like 3 full loaves in there. 1, 2, 3 if you stacked them, but otherwise like 2 for sure. So if you've got a bigger family. Okay, that's the haul for the evening. Now, for the exciting announcement. I put all of this information down in the description box, and I will be announcing it throughout the week on social media and clear up to the event. But, oh hi Lorraine. In July last year, I went to an event called Creativecon, and it was a business conference put on by Melissa Morrow of Vintage Bee Design. There were some great speakers there, and I learned so much at this event. Melissa is a great friend, and this year she has asked me to come speak at Creativecon. And I said yes, which is crazy. And I'm like, now I'm sweating just talking about it. Public speaking is not really my thing, but we are going to do it. So I have dropped down in the description box the link to Creativecon, so you can go over there, you can see what the event is all about. It's going to be July 6th, 7th, and 8th in Florida. And it's a ton of fun. So we have fun, you know, we do all day long, we do classes and learn a lot of business stuff. So if you're wanting to take your creative business up to the next level, it would be a great source of information. But then in the evenings we hang out, you get to meet some of your favorite YouTubers. There's going to be a list. There's going to be a list of all the speakers on the website. I'm getting excited reading comments. Thank you guys. But let's see. Dion Woods is going to be there, the Turquoise Iris. Chris Burton, he is a glimpse inside. He is also a YouTuber, woodworker. Julie's going to be there. Julie's Designs and Signs. The Latina Next Door. Cami Collins. Melissa's going to speak. I'm missing a couple, but you can click the link. You can see all the speakers. There's an agenda of every day of who's going to be speaking, what we're going to be talking about. But it's going to be so much stinking fun. Now, if y'all do want to look at tickets and you decide you want to go, I will have a discount code. You can get 10% off of your paid in full ticket if you use code Upcycled by Brie. So if it's something you're really thinking about, all of that information is down in the box, but you've got clear until July. But I just wanted to put it out there. I've known for a few weeks now, and I'm like, crazy excited. She went on a cruise, so she's like, I'll announce it after my cruise. And anyways, so fun. Okay, let's read comments. Sarah, Lorraine's excited. Thank you, Lorraine. Teresa's gonna play Rummy Cube. Have fun, girlfriend. She's thick. Who's thick? That's funny. Oh, you'll be great. Where is it? It's down in Florida. Is it Jacksonville, I think, Teresa? Let me pull up the website real quick here. I went last year. Jacksonville, right? It's creativecon.live is the website. Yes, Jacksonville. And we stay on the riverfront. She puts a whole thing where to stay. The convention is at the DoubleTree by the Hilton on River Place Boulevard. Teresa's from Florida, so. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun. Ton to learn. Like I said, there's a description by every speaker on the website of what each person's going to talk about. Jessica, yes, I am still doing my paid group. I will be live on in that group on Wednesday, and we're going to be doing a really special paint technique on some urns, and then talk about the group moving forward. So that will be Wednesday. Oh, Jessica said the bread box is thick. I was like, who's thick, girl? Yes, she is thick. Tracy said that's an amazing lineup. I'll fit right in. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy, that might be an event you want to think about. I know that you are wanting to take your business up. Something to think about. And then also, Tracy, speaking of, for all of you that pre-ordered the DIY paintbrushes, I still have not got them in. So nobody has emailed me or said anything, but I'm still waiting on them. The day that I get them, I will be shipping them out. So Tracy, I will still be getting with you on a time to go thrifting and get your brush. Okay, so tonight I just wanted to do a quick little project. I didn't thrift many things I needed to upcycle because I wasn't supposed to shop this week because I was supposed to be saving time. These were actually from a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to get them done. Thank you, Jazz. Jasmine, do not let your Alfredo sauce burn, girlfriend. What did I do with the other one? Yeah, that's fine. One will work. So I thrifted these a couple of weeks ago, these little wall sconces. And one is broken. I'm going to fix it, but we'll do one tonight. One is a little broken. I'm going to glue it up, but I put on the description box that I'm going to add some floral. So I grabbed these little cute Dollar Tree jars out of my stash. Oops, they say homemade on them. And I think they're a couple years old. I've had them too long. We're just going to paint this little jar up to sit here and with the succulents. It'll be cute. Okay, Jasmine's going to eat now, so she's done. And I'm going to paint these black because I'm obsessed right now with black decor. Like I said, I put that, I put the Thrift With Me video up and showed little sneak peeks of my new black decor in my kitchen. So that's on my lifestyle channel if you haven't watched that yet. Fun little 8-minute video went up today. And then I've also recorded the redecorating of my kitchen, so that'll go up next week. Teresa's going to Ireland, so she won't have much vacation time. I get it, girlfriend. I totally understand. Those darn real jobs sometimes. Okay. So DIY paint, I'm going to be using black velvet here. And the great thing about it is you don't have to do a lot of priming. No sanding, no paint priming. I'm just going to get the sticker off of this. And we're going to get after it and show you how well this paint can stick to glass. I rarely have any paint left in my container, so I'm going to go ahead and just dip in. Usually I pour my paint out into a little cup. DIY paint is all natural. It doesn't have a lot of preservatives in it like some paints do. So if you get yucky stuff in it, it will go bad. So I usually pour out into a little Dixie cup. I'm going to do one coat here, just kind of a sloppy first coat, not trying to get full coverage. Jessica asked if I made my apron. Actually, Jamie Ray Vintage made this apron, and I bought it from her a couple of years ago. She made it by hand, and I was obsessed. She only made a few. I don't know if she still makes them. I don't think she does. But it is stinking cute. Stinking cute. So, what colors are y'all going to be decorating with for spring? I have decided I'm going to go black, nice natural wood tones, and sprinkle in a little bit of peach. Why not? I haven't added any peach yet. I laid the base layers down with my black and my wood. My kitchen cabinets are gray and I've got like a white, like granite looking countertop. So I didn't want to go too crazy, but I was like, you know what? We're going to do peach. I'm excited. Whoops. Y'all, I didn't have any caffeine before my live tonight. Are you proud of me? I'm struggling, but I wanted to actually sleep tonight. I'm going to go see Lorraine tomorrow, and I got to get up early. going to dry this up real quick with a heat gun. This is not a necessary step, but it does make it go a little bit quicker. These succulents are so pretty. I actually got these at Kroger a couple of years ago. Just a random, like in their little like dollar bins in their home decor aisle. And I love them. I should have bought more of them. So I was thinking with the white distressed wood, this nice little pop of black, maybe a little bit of white wax on this. Let me make sure, did I think of anything, or did I forget of, I told you I need caffeine. Did I forget anything? I talked about my second channel. I talked about Creativecon. There was one more thing I was going to say. Oh, Jessica's doing copper black, wood, and moss green. Girl, I am obsessed. Please put pictures up in the Facebook Creative group. That sounds gorgeous. What color are your walls, Jessica? I've also noticed this year, more like browns, creams, grayish, like not gray, but like beige and gray is coming back, and I'm here for it. I was never a huge fan of like the gray wall, white trim work trend. This is a rental house, so it is what it is, but like I love dark wood and off-white walls, creamy walls. So I'm here for that. Alright, even with that first coat, look at how great that coverage is. And this is black velvet. This black dries a little bit more on the gray side, like a really, really, really rich gray. When you seal it, it will darken up just a little bit. But if you're looking for a more of a true black, a little black dress is going to be your answer. The kitchen is white. The basement is old rock. Our home was built in 1913. Oh, gorgeous. I bet that's so pretty. I'm here for it. Brandy says she's looking forward to moving to your rental. Hey, girl, no knocking it. You got to do what's best for you. This place is little, but I will say it's a lot easier to manage. I have downsized a lot of things over this past year. A lot of decor, a lot of furniture. I'm itching to paint another piece of furniture. Our weather has not been very great here. And I don't have a ton of room inside the house to paint. But I've got to get over to my storage and get some things moved around, get to my smaller furniture. I think I'm going to sell a couple of my bigger hutches and stuff on Marketplace here locally, because it'd be, thousands of dollars to ship things like that. And I just don't have anywhere here to store them. So definitely making some changes in my business this year. So far, things have been really great with the changes I've made, going more online with things. But now that I'm going to be this big girl speaker, right? Like I have got some big business goals that I want to accomplish before July. Just going in as my very best self. It's exciting. I love that, Brandy. You grew up in a house built in 1790? That is insane. This one's a little bit older. It's on like a stone foundation. There's a basement here. It's outside access, and like the walls are rock, but they poured concrete on the floor at some point. So it's nice. It stays actually decently warm down there. It's where I store all of my holiday decor, my personal stuff, and Tupperware, like bins. But it is good extra storage. But it's low ceilings. Gotta watch your head down there. Ow. Glass gets hot. Oh my gosh, Brandy, that's so cool. Brandy, I wish we lived closer. I want to be your real life friend. I was actually looking at your Facebook the other day. Like not creepy stalker, I promise, but just looking at some things. We would have fun. Okay, there's just a couple tiny little spots right here. I want to get full coverage. More shopping. Thank you, guys. I thought I had my volume all the way down on my iPad, but it's still dinging. It's alright. Feel free to stalk me. I'm not terribly interested. Girl, same. Girl, same. I don't understand why people are interested in my life. It's pretty boring, but but I love it. Okay. There we go. We've got nice full coverage on that. A beautiful matte paint. And I'm going to let it cool down just a second and grab some wax. Whoops. I scooted my table out further after I sold that little cabinet a couple of weeks ago. And I have so much more room for activities back here. I'm loving it. I still haven't cleaned this. I promise it's happening. I wish we didn't have to sleep. I could get so much more done. Oh, let's see. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of clear wax on this. Ah, thank you, Brandy. I promise I wasn't fishing for compliments there. This is hot. This isn't helping. Let this cool down for just a second before I put the wax on it. I'm going to seal it up with DIY clear wax and then highlight the details with the white wax. And to wax, I put a little bit of wax on my lids. That way I don't end up getting black paint inside my containers. And then I usually just use these little throwaway chip brushes. They're easy and cheap, and whoops, when they get full of wax, you can just throw them away. So we'll get just a little bit here on our chip brush and go over this piece. Now, be careful. I just painted it and it's still warm. So if I push too hard with my brush, I could possibly pull the paint back off, especially since I'm painting on glass. I would recommend, if it's your first time painting glass or using the DIY products, let your glass, painted glass dry overnight and then come back and wax it the next day. But you can see it's not all coming off. I'm not pulling it back. I've done this a time or two, so I know how to be careful. Jessica asked if I ever find any vintage butter cookie presses. Are they, oh man, I feel like I literally just passed like 4 of those up at Christmas time. They're like a tube, like a silver tube, and they've got like, they look like kind of almost like a big syringe. And then they've got the different attachments so you can pop out different shapes. Is that right? Because if so, yes, I found a bunch of them. Joni's been watching a YouTuber called This House. It's awesome. I'll have to check it out. Joni, I love finding new channels. And of course, YouTube is not always the friendliest with pushing our videos out. So if y'all want to share people you love, I am here for that. I love watching YouTube while I'm cooking and cleaning or relaxing. I don't watch a lot of TV. It's mostly YouTube. Okay, so we've got that all clear waxed. And you can see it darkened the paint up a little bit, made it gave it a little more of a sheen. And now right here on the front, it says homemade. It's got little letters and then just some of these details. I'm going to do a little like dry brush of white wax. So barely any white wax on my brush. I've offloaded most of it. And I'm just very, very, very light-handed. Gonna go over where it says homemade. Now, I kind of covered it up. It didn't really make the letters pop, but let me grab a paper towel. And we'll wipe back just a little bit of the extra here. Blend that in. And then I'm gonna go over it again. And this time, now that I've got, it's almost like a chalkboard when you have to cure a chalkboard. I don't like that. It kind of just smudged. The raised letters aren't very raised. So since I don't like it, now I'm going to take a little bit more of that clear wax. I'm going to go over it and very carefully, since it's still kind of wet, I'm going to wipe it back. And that's going to take that white wax off. I didn't really love it. But you can use your clear wax as an eraser. So now it's gone. Now my smudge is gone. Brandy, I love that. What's his name? What's his channel name? The vintage ones you're looking for are wood. Okay. And only one stamp, more Scandinavian. Okay, Jessica, I will keep an eye out for that. I have never seen them, I don't think. But I probably didn't know what I was looking at or looking for either. Okay, so those letters are barely raised. They're not catching the white wax very well, but that's okay. I'm just gonna hit the other details. When you're doing like a ball mason jar or something like that, where the lettering on them is more raised, it picks it up better, but that's okay. You can see how it picks up all of the details here. Okay, and then I am just going to take very simply some Spanish moss, which is a disaster when you use it. Such a mess. Has anybody watched Jamie and Zeb? Y'all, we love Jamie and Zeb around here. Actually, I started my whole YouTube obsession by watching them paint roosters. And they're now my business coaches, so yes. I also retail the JRV stencils and stencil brushes and decoupage papers. So yes, we love Jamie and Zeb around here. Yep, Sue's a fan, Jasmine's a fan. We love our JRV. Okay, so I just popped a little bit of Spanish moss down in here, and I'm gonna put that ring back on because it's cute. I'm not even gonna glue these or anything. That way you can switch them out for the seasons. But if you are not a big fan of using pillar candles, like me, I like candles, but I just use them in jars. I don't really use a lot of tapers or anything. And you find wall sconce like this. This is an amazing option. How cute. So these are listed up as a set of 2 on my site already, $24.95, and they will come with the little painted jars of floral as well. And if y'all don't snag those pretty quickly, I might just pull them down and put them in my kitchen because those are the perfect colors. Okay, any questions before I go this evening? I've got to clean up a mess and I am starving. Jasmine says, cute. Thanks, girl. I needed to get that project finished. Yeah, Joni says she's loving Jamie and Zeb's new home studying channel. I need to go over there and binge watch as I clean up. if you have one of the vintage POTS transfers or stamps, they look cute on the back. Like up here, you're not wrong, and I do have them. I will put finished pictures up in community, all staged up. I might just have to do a stamp up there, just for a little something extra. All right, friends, thanks for hanging out. If you're catching the replay, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what your favorite item was from this evening. Send this video to a friend, a little thumbs up, share it out. I'd appreciate it. And I will be back later. Probably, I'm going to try to get an edited video up Sunday, but no promises. But I'm really going to try. But I hope y'all have a great weekend. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, friends.